Peace, family. All right, so I have been asked by a few brothers to give my advice on what I think they should do when they are co-parenting with a woman that is not quote unquote weak, and also what they should do when they are in a relationship with a woman and they've been together for a while and now they're beginning to awaken, but their sister is not awakening along with them. Should they stay in that relationship or whatever? So I want you to know everything I'm about to say is just my opinion. This is just my advice. Nothing is set in stone or set in law. All right. So let's start with the relationship. I feel like if you do love that woman, like you say you do, yes, you should certainly stay in that relationship. Although if you have the same beliefs and same lifestyles, there'll be more harmony in the home. Understand that love is unconditional. You know, when you love somebody, you love them as is, and you don't try to control them and you don't try to change them. However, when you love someone, you do want them to evolve. You do want them to grow. And so what you would do is you will provide for them the information and the opportunities that will enable them to grow. All right. But the funny thing about love is you can't really love anyone else unless you truly love yourself first. And so if you are giving them this information and you are trying to help them grow, but they are refusing to accept it and they are refusing to apply it, and by them doing that, they are holding you back and preventing you from evolving, then you're going to have to let them go. And you're going to know whether or not they're that type of sister or not. Because a good woman, or one that you would call quote unquote awake, is the type of sister that's going to speak empowerment into you. She's going to uplift you. She's going to speak encouragement into you. She understands that when that masculine and feminine energy come together and there's that balance there, that anything can be manifested. She's going to support you. You know what I mean? And you're not going to be stagnant. For every successful man, there is a good woman there. All right. So she's going to help you progress, help you be successful. Okay. And so what you would have to do is you have to be patient with her, continue to give her the information so that she can grow and she can evolve. But if she refuses to do it and she refuses to help you grow, you know, and you're just putting into her, and you're not getting anything back in return, then you need to let her go. She's just going to drain you. She's just going to hold you back. Okay. Because you never want to stop growing. You never want to stop evolving. And as far as the co-parenting thing, I can understand why that would be a huge concern for a lot of brothers, because typically the sister is the one that has custody of the child. And you have to be careful because a lot of sisters will do things out of spite just because y'all are not together anymore. So what you got to understand is, first of all, a lot of times brothers refer to the mother of their children as their baby mama. Stop calling her that. That is not that is a demeaning term, really. All right. She is and forever will be your earth. She's the mother of your children. You put your seeds into her. You planted your seeds into her. And from that came life. All right. So she is your earth. You have to treat her as such. And the reason why you need to do that is because her mentality, like I've said 1,000 times, is what's going to raise your children. So you want to make sure she's in the best condition she can be, physically, mentally, emotionally, in any other kind of way. Because if she's okay, if she's not okay, and you are always speaking ill of her, you're always talking down on her, you're calling her stupid, you're calling her a slave, and whatever other terms you're calling her, that's going to weigh on her self-confidence, on her subconscious, and that is going to affect the way she raises your children. So you want to make sure she's okay. Even though y'all are not together anymore, it is still your role as the man, as the father of the children, to make sure that your children are all right. And your children are not going to be all right if the mother is not all right. All right. So you have to continue to invest in this woman. Invest into her. Be patient with her. And also show her that you appreciate her. It can always be worse. It can always be worse. You can always have a mother of your children that is not doing what the mother of your children is currently doing. All right. And you got to understand that a lot of times single mothers or women that are raising their children, alone, they're doing the best they can. There are a lot of us are miseducated when it comes to the role of the mother. They don't understand the nurturing aspect of it because they themselves were raised by a single independent woman. So they don't understand the nurturing aspect of being a mother. So they're doing the best that they can. They're doing what they know how. So just appreciate them and show them that you appreciate them, because a lot of times single mothers feel underappreciated. All right. So show them that you appreciate them, respect them, invest into her. OK. And then once y'all get to a level where y'all can respect each other and y'all can talk to each other without cussing each other out and yelling at each other, then you give her this information. You're like, look, I understand that you eat pork, you've been eating it all your life, but I don't want our child to eat it, and this is why. This is some research that I came upon. Here's a couple of videos that shows you this and that, and then you give it to her like that. Look, I understand that you've been a Christian all your life, but I don't want our child, whatever. I don't want our child worshiping this images because of this reason and for that reason. I did this research and here's a video that shows that. You have to give it to them. You have to give him that information. Don't force it on her. Don't be condescending. Just give it to her out of love. All right. And if she really cares about the well-being of your children, she will eventually do it. But you have to be consistent and you have to be patient. Be consistent and be patient and do it out of love. And also, when your children are with you, make sure you are being that example that you want them to aspire to be. And children are like sponges. They want to learn. So if they're not getting that information at home, they're going to want to get it from somewhere. You make sure you give it to them as often as you can when they are with you. Okay. And that's the only advice that I really have when it comes to co-parenting and being in a relationship. You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. And just give them the information out of love. Don't try to force it on them. Just help them evolve and invest into them. And that's it. Understand that everyone is not going to awaken also. That's not going to happen for everyone. And some of us awaken faster than others. All right. So like I said, just be patient and consistent. And that's it. Peace and much love, family.